Chinese traditional painting dates back to the Neolithic period about 6,000 years ago. The colored pottery with painted animals, fish, deer, and frogs excavated in the 1920s indicate that during the Neolithic period the Chinese had already started to use brushes to paint. Chinese traditional painting is highly regarded throughout the world for its theory, expression, and techniques. The tools used in traditional Chinese painting are paintbrush, ink, traditional paint, and special paper or ink. It developed and was classified by theme into three genres: figures, landscapes, and birds and flowers. According to records, there was Mao's Shang and Zhou dynasties. In the Eastern Jin dynasty, Gu Kaizhi was the first painter to put forward the idea of making form show the spirits. Painters who specialized in figures include images of immortals, emperors, court ladies, and common people in their works. Chinese figures painted prominently features world. Through their descriptions of such scenes and activities as feasts, worship, and street scenes, these artists reflected the appearance, expression, ideals, and religious beliefs of the people. The portrait of figures saw its highlight during the Tang Dynasty. The master of painting Wu created many Buddhist murals and other landscape paintings. His figures were painted in broad strokes, and the streamers of his clothes were fluttering in the wind, a still later called Wu Dai Dangfeng. One of his best-known works is a depiction of Heaven King holding his newborn son, Sakmuni, to receive the worship of immortals. As far back as the Northern and Southern dynasties, landscape painting separated from the figure genre and continued to enjoy popularity through the Tang Dynasty. They still reflected people's fondness of nature. The artist's use of ink and brush to paint a landscape changed depending on the theory itself, the weather, the time of day, and the season. The earliest known landscape painting was Spring Outing by Zhang Ziqian of the Sui dynasty. It shows an enchanting spring scene with people enjoying popular activities, gentlemen riding and ladies boarding. A waterfall behind a bridge near slopes and distant mountains are drawn with clear float lines. The birds and flowers genre had its roots in decorative patterns engraved on pottery and bronze work by early artists. Among the common subjects in his genre, which reached its peak during the Song Dynasty, and flowers, bamboo, birds, insects, and stones. The genre flourished under Emperor Huizong, who was an artist himself and excelled at both calligraphy and traditional painting, especially paintings of exquisite flowers and birds. During Ming and Qing dynasties, innovation was stressed and duplicated through marks, calligraphy, poems, and frames increased the elegance and beauty of the paintings. The appreciation of the traditional Chinese painting is influenced by the traditional Chinese policy, which advocated observing the micro and by way of macro, and vice versa, not to be limited by a definite space and time, and not laying emphasis on light and shadow of changes in color or the detail of the external feature. The painter's perspective is mobile and many-sided, and is not limited by a definite standpoint. The painter's effort is directed to observing the implicated essence and spirit of the object rather than its external appearance.